going to be relaying information regarding the Sacramento housing market and the trends that we're seeing now. So compared to December 2022, Sacramento home prices were down by 5.8% compared to last year, selling for a median price of $440. So the housing market is dropping. Days on the market too are on average about roughly 34 days in compared to the 13 days it was taken up to last year for homes to sell. Yeah, was not a better market, but if you were a seller, it definitely was a better market. Buyers were still struggling with getting their offers in at that time.
That is true. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Again, my name is Vernae, I'm the loan expert, and you are tuned in to the Rheal Unwind with Rheal Urban. Today we have special guest Camani Johnson, our Sacramento realtor, who has all the inside scoop. Today we're just going to talk about life, love, business, entrepreneurship, and of course, real estate. We're giving out information to our people because we want them to be informed. Okay, so give us those statistics again. What are we looking at in the housing market?
So in the housing market, we're looking at trends that varied from last year to this year. So compared to December 2022, Sacramento home prices are down 5.8% compared to last year for a median price of $440,000. On average, homes are now on the market for roughly 34 days or longer. So last year, 13 days and homes were selling.
They were moving fast.
Yeah, over asking price at that.
So that's a huge jump, from last year, just 2022 going into 2023. I know a lot of it was because we saw a number of hikes proposed by the federal government, where they just continue to raise interest rates, even though people were spending less. They said, no, but people are still spending. So we want them to stop spending. So we're going to continue to raise the interest rate until people get the message like, hey, we're not printing any more money. We're not saving anyone else. So pay off your debt. And what we're seeing is a lot of people weren't really paying off their debt. And with food prices getting higher, and, of course, gas is going down a little bit now. We have seen, a little price adjustment in gas. But people are starting to shift their focus from housing to, oh my gosh, am I going to be able to purchase food? Am I going to be able to afford eggs? Because right now, as a loan officer, a lot of people ask about rates, but for the exact reason that you just said, home prices are down, but people still aren't able to afford, enough home. So what advice would you give? I know I would personally say, hey, purchase what you can afford, reevaluate your budget, and just go from there. But what advice are you giving to clients?
I would give the same advice, but reevaluate your budget. Because if you don't live within your means and your eyes are bigger than your pocketbook, then we're going to end up in another situation like 2008, which we are trying to avoid. The housing market as of now is leveling out. We do have interest rates that have come down. The pricing of the homes have came down as well. So it's time to really manage your money and find that balance.
What are some ways that you think people would be able to do that to, find their balance? For me, I know I actually began taking less trips. My family and I, we were full-time RVers for almost 2 years. And we decided, hey, it's getting a little colder. The climate is changing. And a lot of things are shifting in the market. Again, not with just food prices and gas, but a lot of viruses are going around now as well. And we want to stay healthy. We want to stay warm, and we want to cut back on our spending. And in doing that, we are able to save a lot more money by cutting corners in areas of leisure because we don't know what's coming. Some say it's a recession. It kind of felt like we were in a recession in 2020. Now we just kind of have to see how things play out.
Yeah, we definitely have to see how things play out, but I would suggest just reevaluating your spending, see how much you bring in, see what you can cut back on, what you can and can't do without, because like you said, there's people out here wondering where their next meal is going to come from.
Hmm.
So, I mean, by all means, take this very seriously. You know what I mean? Jobs are not guaranteed. You know what I mean? You can have one today and not have one tomorrow. So be able to budget, make sure that you are saving. So just in case something does happen, you're prepared for it because
Hmm.
nobody knows.
Absolutely. I absolutely agree. Okay. So I know a lot of people are like, oh my gosh, the real estate, is booming. Women is it's not doing as well. So when people ask you about how you got into the real estate field, how do you tell them now is a good time to still get into real estate? And what's your story?
I think now is a good time to get into real estate. Get your education in. It's always good to further your education. If this is something that you genuinely have a passion for, then I say go for it. There's money out there to be made. It definitely is. You could be an investor, um, which is not bad. You can do fix and flips. You can buy and hold and build up your portfolio so you can have renters and have that um, money, you know what I mean, to pass down and build that generational wealth for your children. Like it's something that's good to
Always have in your back pocket.
yeah.
I understand. And for the one of the many reasons is that people always need a place to slay, right? You need a place to sleep, a place to lay your head. So you're either owning or you're renting.
Mm-hmm.
Would you rather have, your rents go up every year or two and just gradually increase, or would you rather have a fixed mortgage rate that you can maintain and you don't have to worry too much in the future, if anything goes wrong?
Well, really speaking, regardless of whether you're renting or owning,
Mhm.
you're paying the mortgage either way. It's just not yours. So I would rather you be on the winning side and have something that you're paying towards that's actually yours. Don't stay renting and pay off somebody else's house. That's you hustling backwards at this point.
Ooh, hustling backwards. That's a gem.
Yeah, you got to get out there and get it. Like you really do. And if you're gonna
Mhm.
work towards anything, let it be your own. You know what I mean? A lot of people are not diving into the housing market is either because they're uneducated and they don't have that person pushing them and you know what I mean, taking them by the hand and just kind of showing them the ropes. Like a lot of people think they have to have this astronomical amount of money to put down. You actually
Mhm.
don't. There are several programs out there that will help you with down payment assistance. You just got to get out there and apply.
That's right. And that's my line. There are several programs that can help you with down payment assistance. That's absolutely right. And one of my favorite programs, two of my favorite programs are actually the VA program, the Veterans Program, as well as the USDA. We have a lot of down payment assistance programs with FHA as well. But with USDA, there's just a certain amount that you need to make, or, as far as credit, same goes. And you're able to either do a one-time construction, or you can just purchase land that already has a home on there. And you also get a lot of opportunities for renovation loans. But there's just so many different packages and ways that you can package that. And sometimes you may not need a down payment.
Yeah, but the first thing is getting out there and trying. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Even if it is a no, that's fine. They just showing you where to start, what you need to work on. So the next time you apply, you'll get a yes. You
That's
just
right.
apply yourself. Don't be scared. Get out there and get it.
So, with all of your success as a realtor, how would you define success?
The goals that I have personally set for myself. So for me, success would be health. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? To successfully have a healthy being. Um, Success for me is just making money in my sleep with my eyes closed. So that way it gives me more time to be a part of my children's activities, their day-to-day lives, be more involved in school when it comes to them, and just having more freedom. So
Hmm.
success for me is measured in me setting myself up now for the long run. Building a portfolio and getting 20 doors. I want to have 20 rentals with people in them so I can generate income. Like
Passive income.
Yeah, passive income. So they're going to be the people that retire me. I'm trying to make that happen sooner than later. I need to give back my time. I've been 36 years I've been working under somebody, and I'm tired. I am tired. I want to get up and I'll get up and, you know what I mean, do what I want to do. And
I understand that. I understand. So I feel the same way. Time is the most precious commodity that you can never get back. Having more time to do whatever it is that you choose to do is definitely the way to go. What steps would you suggest to take towards entrepreneurship? That's a journey that we've been on for a few years now, but what does that journey look like for you?
It's just having faith. You know what I mean? It's really stepping out on something that you cannot see, but you just gotta continue to believe, continue to invest time, and stay consistent. You know what I mean? Reach out to your sphere, let them know what it is that you're doing. You can't sell a home to someone that doesn't know that you sell homes. You know what I mean? So you have to market yourself on social media. You have to market yourself on the outside world. Get out there, print flyers, send them out, door knock, cold call, do whatever you have to do to build up that clientele, to get yourself known in the community that you're in. And from there, expand.
Okay. And to add on to that, I would just say build trust within the community. Continuously educate them, be the go-to person that they need to either break down terms and, just give them information in layman's terms so that they know what product works best for them, and know that you're always, in their corner, no matter what they decide. It's their life, it's their plan. And as long as we structure it and plan it accordingly and make smart goals that are achievable within a particular amount of time, I think that's absolutely doable. And setting goals is how one becomes successful. You define your own success by the goals you set for yourself and the time it takes you to achieve them.
I agree with you 100%.
Also, I like to say getting back to self-love, self-healing, spending time in nature. I think that helps a lot. Self-reflecting, journaling. For me, I know journaling helps a lot because it gives me an opportunity to reflect on some of the things that I've done, that I'm going to continue to do, and it actually makes me look at the goals that I've written down. Have you accomplished these? Have you taken meaningful steps to attempt to accomplish these? If not, why? What's holding you back? Is it me? Am I holding myself back? Or are there other things that are not within my control? However, if it is within my control, then I need to reevaluate what I'm doing.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. For me, it's different. Like, I am my biggest critic. You know what I mean? I sometimes get down on myself because I see myself where I am now, and a lot of people, oh, you're doing good, you're established. I understand that. And I'm not measuring myself to anybody but myself. You know what I mean? So I hold a certain kind of standard for myself, and I want to continue elevating. I want to continue building. I want to be a better person than I was yesterday. You know what I mean? So it's just growth. It's a lot of growth. Like you said, it's a lot of you battling you. It's that inner work that needs to be done in order for you to grow. You know what I mean? And as far as goals too, like, your goals should continue growing as you evolve in life and you get better and you learn. Your goals elevate too. So before, say, you were amped about buying a condo, like, that's great, but now I want to take it a step further. I've got this condo, now I'm going towards a single family home. You know what I mean? Now I'm going towards building a portfolio so I can get that residual income, you know what I mean, that passive income, that long term. So it's continuing to evolve as a person, just wanting more for yourself.
I think for a lot of women, we aren't the only ones that get down on ourselves. And as a woman, I think sometimes we get in our heads and we say, oh my gosh, I'm the only one that's going through this. I can't believe, I'm feeling this way. Now I'm upset at myself for feeling this way. And we aren't the only ones. I personally felt like there were months in 2022 where I kind of just felt down and I just didn't want to get up. But I had to, as a woman, as a mother, as a fiance. And there are other women out there who feel the same way. And I think it's important that we tell them, like, you're not alone. We all get in our heads. We all self-evaluate and kind of get down on ourselves for not reaching certain goals, when we should reflect and be happy about the things that we've accomplished. You've been through a lot. And because we speak to ourselves more than we speak to anybody else, it takes a toll. Who else is in your head speaking to you, 24/7, 7 days a week? Not even your spouse. It's yourself. And if you're constantly beating yourself up, then how do you expect the rest of the world to be kind to you? Because we think we're the only one, it kind of puts us in an even more depressive state. I want to be the one to tell all women, if you're watching this, I love you. You're doing great. Keep going, because you have cheerleaders out here that want to see you succeed. And that's the purpose of our podcast, of our platform. We want other women to know that we see you and we want you to succeed. We rooting for you.
Yeah, definitely. They are not alone. You know what I mean? We all get down on ourselves, and it's okay to be down. It's okay to cry. You know what I mean? It's okay to spaz out a little bit, but not for too long. You know what I mean? It's okay to be down, but don't be down for too long. You got to pick yourself back up, especially as single mothers too, with children. Like, you can't fail. You know what I mean?
Right.
There is no backup plan. So get up, put your big girl panties on, and let's get to work. I mean, it's sad to say, but we have to. You can't stay down for too. The other day, oh my God, I'm laying in the bed. I probably didn't get out of bed until like 10, which is actually late for me. But I couldn't even lay down and be depressed. I said, these damn kids need to eat. I'm like, okay, well, damn. Look, that was short-lived. Let me go ahead and get up and fix these kids' breakfast. You know what I mean? Like, as a single mother, you got to stay on it. You can't fail. You can't drop the ball. You know what I mean? And if you do, get back up. You know what I mean? You got little people watching that you got to do for and provide for. So, like I said, it's okay to cry. It's okay to complain. Set your timer for 15 minutes. Cry, shout, yell, scream, do whatever you got to do. But then when that timer goes off, it's time to get up and get moving.
I love it. So, and I love the 15-minute thing. So guys, we're sisters and we share a lot of these, I guess. Oh, you don't? So we share a lot of these things on how to meditate, how to calm ourselves, and how to really just kind of deal with that we weren't expecting to kind of come and punch us in the face, right? And the 15-minute rule is real. I apply this to movies. I apply this to albums. Sometimes the album is only 15 minutes long. And I also apply this to moods. When I'm speaking with friends or family, if you are calling me and you have something that you want to talk to me about and you're crying or you're depressive, hey, cool, get it out. We're going to talk about this. We're going to cry together for 15 minutes. After that 15 minutes, we're going to start looking for solutions. Because we're not doing that in 2023. I really haven't been doing it for the last 15 years, but 15 minutes. We can't afford to lose any more time or any more sleep on our goals, our self-growth, and our mental health. Right. And emotional intelligence involves knowing when to, speak to yourself, to, become that goddess that says, hey, you gonna cry about it, or are you gonna be a goddess and step to and complete and do what you need to do so that you can move on and continue to grow? Because we can't stay in this pity party forever.
Yeah, definitely not. We got to get up and get moving. Like, there are people there to help. You know what I mean? Don't think that you're the only one, because you're not. If you really look around, you got a lot of people in your corner. You don't have to do everything by yourself.
That's right. We're building a sisterhood.
Definitely. So reach out.
That's right. I reach out to my sister. I reach out to you.
You do. And I'm like, oh, she calling again.
Yes. What you doing? We doing this today?
But I'm an answer, though. I'm an answer.
You better. I'm gonna tell mama.
No, move.
So, I think I ask you this all the time, but what advice would you give 8-year-old Camani, and then again 16-year-old Camani, about her future and reaching her goals?
It would be to not give up. Don't settle for less. Go after what it is that you want. You know what I mean? And don't stop. Don't stop just because you get a no. Keep going until you get a yes. That's my biggest thing. And don't share your plans with everybody. You know what I mean? What you got in store for you is for you. Don't share it to the world until it's completed, because you get a lot of people that try to bring you down and stop, you know what I mean, the goals that you have set for yourself before they're even blossom. Don't do that. You know what I mean? There's a lot of naysayers out there. And if you buy into that, then you know what I mean? You asking for it. The goals that you set for yourself, you keep within yourself. And when they've been accomplished, then okay, share it to the world. But until then, keep your success quiet.
Yeah, I can actually. So I actually have a quick story about that. So when I was younger, I had dreams of being a stockbroker. I wanted to go to Wharton School of Business in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I always knew that I would make it there, not just because Will Smith was from Philadelphia and I wanted to go see where the Fresh Prince grew up, but because, I thought that stocks were the way of the future. I wasn't that great at math. I'm more of a writer. I love English. And my math teachers would just say, hey, you suck at math. Like, that shouldn't even be your goal. And that haunted me from elementary, literally up through college, is stuck with me. And I think I beat myself up more because I talk to myself more than anyone else. I beat myself up more about math. I think it held me back with a lot of opportunities until one day I just woke up and I was just like, I'm able to balance my books. I'm pretty damn good with credit. And a lot of people come to me for information. So I said, Vernae, why are you beating yourself up so much when you've accomplished so much? Right. I'm a loan officer. So I had to really take that negative energy and kind of use it as fuel to do what I wanted to do. Okay, I didn't become a stockbroker, but I invest in a lot of stocks. I have a nice portfolio. And eventually I kind of manifested this being that I wanted to be. Despite, teachers in school telling me, hey, like, this just isn't for you.
So what was the turning point for you, where you was like, you know what, I gotta reconfigure my life and what it is that I want to do. I want to be a loan officer. You know what I mean? I want to help people establish loans so they can buy their biggest asset in life. Like, what was your why for that?
So my why initially began with somebody told me that I couldn't do it. So I'm going to show them that I can.
Oh, so
like, huh?
Are you petty?
I'm very petty. Excuse me. But yeah. And not only that, as far as balancing money, I saw how much was going out compared to what I had coming in. And then I would always evaluate the things and the people around me. I had this life plan, and it was just like, hey, Vernae, if you're going to go out partying and you're going to waste money doing this, this, and that, then you're never going to be able to reach your dreams. So I kind of had to step out on my own and just kind of be a loner and say, you know what, I just got to put my head down and not care what anybody else is doing. These are my dreams. And I've journaled since I was in middle school, like 6th, 7th grade to be exact. But I learned at an early age to write down your goals because, again, they'll manifest. So every time I reached a new goal and, succeeded, it was just like, hey, you can do better than that. So, I went through a point where my credit was like really horrible because I was in college. I was trying to keep up with the Joneses, and I was just trying to show people that I had it. And when I realized, like, hey, you losing a lot of and wasting a lot of money trying to keep up with your friends, like, you're in college and their parents are paying for everything. Your parent can't pay for everything. Neither one of your parents can't help you with these bills. So then I started taking credit more seriously because I was the more responsible one of, my friends that I was rooming with. It just stuck. I saw what having credit could help me do. I saw that it was better than cash. So I started leveraging my credit. once I really learned the ins and outs, I started helping other people repair their credit, created a business. And I said, what other way can I help give back to the community outside of educating them with credit? Capital. It always boils down to capital. Our community has big dreams, big goals, but they don't have the money or the know-how to get started and someone to point them in the right direction. Now that I have the education, I'm going to share that with my community. I have the capital. I'm going to share that with my community. I completely understand credit. I want to share that with my community. Now we can all grow. I never have to worry about anybody hating or trying to bring me down or talking about me, because I want to see everybody win.
Right.
If everybody in my circle is winning, what they got to complain about?
That means you're doing something right. You want people around you to elevate and elevate you. So it's always best to give back. You know what I mean? There's enough money out here for everybody to get it.
Absolutely.